Hello everyone. The title of my research is Food Brand Slogans, Semantic and Syntactic Evaluations. The top products purchased in Malaysia are food and groceries according to a research done by Rakuten Insight in Malaysia in 2020. Food-related advertisements are very prevalent and omnipresent in everyday life. When we talk about advertisements, we cannot run away from talking about one of the elements of advertisement, which is brand slogans. As according to Liu, he argues that one of the most significant and powerful methods for a brand to represent itself in the market is through its slogan. Past research has mostly examined slogan effectiveness. No publication that directly addressed adopting a methodical strategy for creating effective slogan could be found in the literature, and more attention is given to destination or tourism slogans as compared to food slogans. Bradley and Meads highlight that the majority of research on advertising text has examined semantic alteration, lexical ambiguity, or visual variance, but very few studies have concentrated on syntactic variations. Also, most studies on brand slogans usually use university students as consumers as compared to other categories of people for their respondents. Because of all these gaps, the present study was conducted. As for the present study's research objectives, the first one is to examine how fictitious food slogans are syntactically evaluated. The second one is to investigate how fictitious food slogans are semantically evaluated. The research questions were formed based on the research objectives, and they are basically the same as the research objectives. Syntactic evaluation refers to sentence structure evaluation, while semantic evaluation means meaning evaluation. Advertising of food products is a large business, as we all consume food every day in order to survive. In terms of food advertising and food brand slogans, the advertisement usually talk about how the food tastes, like the brand McDonald's, finger-licking good, which means the food is so good to the point that you have to lick it off your fingers. Or sometimes the advertisement will talk about the texture of the food, like M&M's melt in your mouth, not in your hand. Most marketing messages, according to their traditional knowledge, they should be made simple. This is actually true for a brand slogan, which is usually simple, not a complex sentence or a long sentence and easily remembered. According to Pat Barry, he argues that an effective slogan will convey the distinctive promise of the product in the product's brand's message, like, for example, Subway. The slogan is "Eat Fresh." So if you go to Subway, you are promised to be served fresh food. And another brand is In-N-Out Burger with the slogan "Quality you can taste." You can tell the food is of good quality when you taste it. In terms of the methodological approach to the present study, the present study was first started with a pretest involving product familiarity, where 20 items were rated by consumers. So based on their feedback given by the consumers, 5 items were rated by them as their most familiar products, which are food and groceries, personal hygiene products, telecommunications, medication, and household cleaning products. Then, product selection, slogan creation, and instrument development were conducted. As for the product selection, the researchers decided on food and groceries, and based on this type of product, slogans were created, and there were 6 of them. And then, instrument in terms of questionnaire was developed. Then the researcher distributed the questionnaire to several reviewers for evaluation. In terms of the instrument items, as for syntactic aspect or evaluation, the items included in the questionnaire are length of slogan, syntactic complexity of sentence, rhyming of slogan, familiarity or unfamiliarity of words, grammatical mood of imperative, descriptive, and provocative slogan, formality of slogan for an advertising campaign, and persuasiveness of slogans. In terms of the semantic aspect or evaluation, the items included in the questionnaire are clarity of message, the slogan being easy or difficult to follow, the slogan being easy or difficult to understand, definition of slogan, and content qualities of slogan. Prior to their administration of the questionnaire to their reviewers, the slogans creator were first checked in terms of their availability in the market from some databases. When it was confirmed that the slogans created were not used by anybody, the researchers decided to use them, the 6 fictitiously created slogans, for their research. And the slogans are, my new favorite juice, drink your own health, what's life without chips, make your whole world pop, healthy or tasty, why not both, has healthy ever tasted so good? In terms of the demographic profiles of the reviewers academic background, research interests, expertise, and experiences in reviewing slogans were discovered to be suitable for the current research. Based on the feedback given by the reviewers in terms of the length of the slogans, most of the slogans are considered to be short in terms of the number of words that the slogan contained. Next, in terms of syntactic complexity, most of their slogans were rated to be moderate. In terms of rhyming, the reviewers do not consider their slogans to have any rhyme. As for word familiarity, all the slogans are rated to have familiar words. In terms of grammatical mood, most of the slogans were rated to be provocative. In terms of formality, suitability for advertising campaign, all the slogans are considered to be suitable for this. As for persuasiveness, all the slogans are perceived to be persuasive. In terms of message clarity, all the slogans are considered to have a clear message. In terms of the slogans' messages, whether they are easy to follow or not, all of the slogans are considered to be easy to follow. In terms of the slogans being easy to understand or not, all the slogans were rated as easy to understand except for one slogan, which is make your whole world pop. As for the definitions of the slogans, the reviewers managed to choose the right definitions for all the slogans. In terms of content suitability for advertising campaign, all the slogans are considered to be suitable for this. In terms of slogan meaning matching, most of the reviewers managed to match the slogans with their correct meanings. For example, the slogan, my new favorite juice, the meaning is, I like the juice and it becomes my favorite now. In conclusion, most slogans are evaluated positively by the reviewers. Most slogans are considered suitable for advertising campaigns, probably due to their syntactic structures and their messages being suitable for the public to read and understand. Also, most slogans are not considered as unusual or difficult to understand in terms of the choice of words, which are not difficult words or technical terms. As for study contributions and future research, the experts assess the fictitious slogans for their syntactically correct structures and their intended meanings based on Wheeler's proposed ideas of slogan classification. In future, a different slogan categorization could be used by other researchers to enrich the literature with a variety of knowledge. Also in future, probably phonetic elements of brand slogans can be investigated. Also, a different product compared to food can be studied. Besides, real slogans as they are used in advertising can be studied. Lastly, future researchers perhaps could recruit more respondents in their samples and use a different group of people as their respondents compared to language reviewers. Thank you for your attention, and I hope my research could contribute some knowledge.